beware the mechanistic approach in diet and exercise. Not so much scams, but misleading information. Yes, this is when we have some sort of a new diet or new workout program that's coming down the pipe, and somewhere along the line, someone probably much smarter than me with better credentials was doing some research, and they came across some sort of information about how the body works and how something works related to how we store fat or burn fat or build muscle, and they see some type of mechanistic perspective. It could be something like, oh, insulin stores fat, or muscle damage happens and we increase protein synthesis. And if we train a certain way, we create more muscle damage. And then bang, they're off to the races and they're like, okay, I've solved the puzzle. In order to manage weight and lose fat, we need to focus on that hormone or this approach to diet or this approach to exercise. They create an entire diet and exercise program around it, maybe get a few celebrities behind it, and it becomes a fad. But the alluring component of a mechanistic approach is that it is based on factually scientific accurate information. This stuff is actually happening. Insulin certainly is a component in weight management and fat storage. Muscle damage is still very much believed to be part of protein synthesis and potential hypertrophy. But where we go off the rails is thinking that's the one sole thing that's entirely responsible for a given result, and nothing else matters. In fact, you may have even come across some experts or people on influential social media sites saying, oh, it's all about carbs and sugar, therefore it's not about calories, or it's not about fat. Or they could be like, it's all about how much muscle damage you have, so it's not about how much weight you're lifting or how much you're pushing to failure. It's all about that one thing. And once again, this is very enticing because it is factually true and scientifically accurate. But where we're holding ourselves back is that while that component may have a hand in influencing a result, it's by no means the entire picture, and that influential pull towards that result is probably going to vary to a considerable degree from one circumstance to the other and from one person to another. So it doesn't make any sense to say, okay, we have to defend against this type of fad rhetorics or these are scams and lies, because technically they aren't, but they are going to severely limit you because there's a lot more to weight management and storing fat than insulin. There's a heck of a lot more to building muscle and strength than just testosterone and causing muscle damage. And if we fail to recognize this, we're basically closing ourselves off from many, many other opportunities to eat better and train smarter, and limiting yourself to putting your eggs in one proverbial basket, all the while putting in far more work and far more effort to maximize that one influence, which is still probably going to have a very limited effect no matter how much you optimize it. So the defense against a mechanistic approach is simple. We don't want to just attack it and say, no, that doesn't matter, it's not important, because it is to some degree, but instead to just simply keep an open mind and asking ourselves, okay, great, that's part of the puzzle, but what else is there? What more can there be involved in losing weight or building muscle? And as long as you have that broader perspective and taking many, many influences into account, you won't be sucked into that rabbit hole, and you'll have far more potential, all the while also having a hell of a lot easier time getting the results you want and keeping them as well. Check out this video for more on more of a holistic, multi-influential approach, which is going to deliver a lot better results, and it's a lot easier to maintain. Thank you very much for watching. Be fit, live free.